over. And it will be another blow in the column. Ladies and gentlemen, get ready and make some noise and welcome the next representative for Nevis 5, St. Thomas's Parish, Latoya Bianca Jones.
There's only one choice, we vote for CCM. On election day, we gonna ban them. There's only one choice, we vote for CCM. Who we voting for? CCM. Who we voting for? CCM. Who we voting for? CCM.
Craddock Road! LBJ is here! Honorable Spencer Brand is here! And we are ready to represent you! Our colleagues are here too! CCM Massive! Welcome to the beautiful village of Craddock Road. I feel really good, you know. I feel extremely good about this election. Because change, well, they say change is coming, but I have a message. The only change that is coming to Nevis for this election is in Nevis 5. When for the first time, the CCM party will be victorious. And I can't just take all credit for it. I want to big up my colleagues for being there for me, for being supportive. The Honorable Premier Mark A.G. Brantley for seeing the potential in me to be a great candidate. You know, it's not just me. He has a vision for youth, a vision to push this country forward. And I want to commend him and my colleagues for always empowering our youth. They don't look at age and say, oh, they're not good enough to do this job. They're inexperienced. They don't say that. They welcome you to the table and they say, have a seat. I don't know who I'm going to be by in the cabinet, but I know I am going to be in cabinet. So Eric and Alexis make space for me, or even if it's between Honorable Troy Liebert and the Premier, wherever the seat is, LBJ is coming!
Better days are coming, change your ways.
You see, the people in St. Thomas's Parish knows LBJ. And it doesn't matter how many attacks they launch at me, it will not change the mind of the people in St. Thomas's because they know that I will deliver for them. The people in St. Thomas's know my track record. They know my history. So your attacks on me will do nothing to me politically. But you know the reason for the personal attacks? The reason for the personal attacks is because, and I will say it and I will keep saying it, they are afraid in St. Thomas's.
On election day, we gonna hammer them. There's only one choice, we vote for CCM.
You know, I want to tell my opponent, come with your record. From the onset, I have been telling the people of St. Thomas's what I have been doing in the community. And I've been sharing my comprehensive plan with them. And it seems as though me saying that I'm the first candidate to produce a comprehensive plan is a problem. Well, isn't it facts? All you have to do is produce a comprehensive plan for the people too. People don't want to hear noise. People don't want to hear any gutter politics. People want to hear what you are going to do for them. Well, and I'm not in government, have been doing St. Thomas's. And when I am in cabinet, I can assure you that St. Thomas's will get everything that it deserves. You know, sometimes I think my colleagues get fed up of me calling them. Because I call them, you know. I call them all the time. When I don't call them, I message them and I say, listen, I need this done in St. Thomas's. And I will not stop until it is done. That is LBJ. I fight to deliver for the people. Because that is my goal. The only goal that I have. This is not about me. This is not about me. I'm not doing this for me. This is bigger than me. This is about the people of St. Thomas's and delivering for the people of St. Thomas's. For those who might be listening and not living in St. Thomas's, let me tell you about my track record. I have initiated and organized the St. Thomas Parish Youth Excellence Award, a youth empowerment initiative. I have recognized our youth for their sterling contributions to our society, be it in sports, education, agriculture, security, etc. And you know, I want to say that even while doing it, I've been supporting small businesses. Our award ceremony has been hosted at the Jujub's restaurant in Westbury. And I want to thank Miss Marcella Iles and her team for going over and beyond to accommodate us year after year. And guess what? Next year we will be there again. Because I don't do activities once and stop. I do it annually. So that was one of my initiatives. Cleanup projects. I've organized the White Goats Cleanup Project with my colleague, Honorable Alexis Jeffers. I've also organized cleanup projects at the Jessup's Beach and the Jessup's basketball and volleyball court. I did that, and I want to commend the team and all the villagers of Jessup's for coming out and lending a hand. Because you see, St. Thomas's is not just about me, you know. In St. Thomas's, we are family. And the people of Jessup's came out in their numbers. And they supported the initiative, and I want to thank them. Me, listen, when it comes to our seniors, everybody knows how I feel about seniors because the love for my grandmother, Mrs. Eglantine Juberry. The love for my grandmother, even though she's not here, I remember everything that she has taught me. And it is because of her why I am standing here, the woman I am today. I will always give her praise. And so I visit the seniors in St. Thomas's and I distribute care packages to them. That is the relationship that I continue to build. I build relationships in St. Thomas's. And the people in St. Thomas's can attest to that. Mother's Day luncheon. Oh, Mother's Day luncheon at Sunshine's Beach Bar and Grill. Twice I've done that, and I'm looking forward to next year. About 120 mothers I have shown appreciation to on Mother's Day. And you know what warms my heart? When I see them walking in with the smiles on their faces and they say, Latoya, thank you for doing an initiative like this. And I say to them, no, don't thank me. We, children, we thank you because it is not easy being a mother. When it comes to social activities, you know, I try to be different. And I know throughout the island we've been engaging in domino competitions. And I said, right there at Natural Vibes Bar, we have pool. And I said to myself, you know what? I'm going to be different. I started the BG pool tournament right there in Barnsgott. And it was a success and well attended. So much so that the people of St. Thomas's came to me and they said, Latoya, we love what you do, but we need a St. Thomas Parish pool tournament. You know what I did? I set out and I said, I am going to ensure that it is done. And I delivered. I did the St. Thomas Parish pool tournament. And I've said to my colleagues, no, the entire Nevis, they want a Nevis pool tournament as well. So we're going to push for that. We are going to deliver Valentine's Day. You know, it's a day to show love. And for me, I go around the parish of St. Thomas's and I distribute care packages. Valentine's Day packages to show my love. I've done it with seniors. I've done it with young fathers and young mothers. And next year I'm going to choose a different group. But these activities that I'm speaking to you about will not stop. So look out for them next year as well. You know, when it comes to the St. Thomas's Primary School, that is my alma mater. And ever since I know myself, when I left high school, or even throughout high school, I've always made it my business to go to the St. Thomas's Primary School. Because that is my foundation, even the Ines Fancy School too. Those are where my best memories are. And I've always promised myself that I will give back to the school in whatever way I can. I've been going to encourage our children when they have into primary. I've been giving speeches. I've been sponsoring for sports. I've been donating school and other essential supplies to the St. Thomas's Primary School. I have been sponsoring 2 children from the school for lunch for an entire school year. Now I want to say this because the opposition is speaking this nonsense about using government money to pay for events. Well, I have a message for you. I, Latoya Bianca Jones, use my personal money and I seek sponsorship to deliver activities for the good people of St. Thomas's. And that I make no apologies for. I allow people to say what they want, you know. And I'm very good at ignoring the noise. But at some point in time, one has to stand up and say, enough is enough. If you are going to come at me with facts, come at me with something that you can prove. And what you can prove is that I have been delivering for the people of St. Thomas's. Bring your record and come. That is my message to you. You keep huffing and puffing. Bring your record and come, because at the end of the day, that is all that matters to the people of Nevis 5.
On election day, we're gonna hammer them. It's only one choice. We vote to CCM.
I have one more initiative that I didn't speak about. I love giving back to small businesses. They're core of our economy. And I have gone around in St. Thomas's and distributed beverages. Cases. Alexis said he saw me lifting them up 2 in hand. Yes, I did. But it was all worth it because it was for the businesses in St. Thomas's. I initiated an on the block initiative that was geared to promote sales for our small businesses. And let me tell you what they do, you know. We went to Craddock Road, had a successful event. Westbury, Cotton Ground, Barnsgott. We actually started in Barnsgott. when we reach the Jessops, because I think the opposition feel like they own Jessops, but Jessops belong to all of us. Jessops belong to all of us. I am from St. Thomas's, and nobody, and I mean nobody, will stop me from being in St. Thomas's. So I arrived at the event, and I will tell the people I arrived at the event. And after I arrived, I saw this lady. Her name is Judy Cornelius. She went in the road, and she started to say, "Y'all get out of here." How we giving the young men of Jessops alcohol to drink. Mind you, these are grown men, adults.
What?
And I'm here to see where she saw hard alcoholic beverages. But it just shows how confusion the NRP is. She came there, she went in a car, and she threw out the oil. And you know what hurt me? Is to see the young men standing there, and they're saying to themselves, what is this? What is the cause for something like this? When all I am trying to do is help a small business and bring the people of Jessup together. Because the event was not just for the young men. Other villagers showed up as well. But they came there to cause confusion. And you know the funny thing is, my opponent, I don't want to call their name, she passed up the road and they saw what was happening. And instead of encouraging the lady to stop, they acted like it was something good. But I will send a message that will not stop me from coming to Jessup or being in St. Thomas's.
Look how easy we go hammer them. Everything we do, it a bother them. No mix we up in the drama them. You see that next team a scammer them.
St. Thomas's, I am a woman of my word. My word is my bond. And when I give my word to people, I deliver for them. I do not make promises that I cannot keep. And if I say that I am going to help you, or I am going to try to help, believe you me, that with every breath in my body, I will help. This is a great party. And CCM has done a lot for the development of this country. When I look around, I see housing. Revolutionized housing. Some of the best designs. Even when people come from overseas and they're asking for affordable homes and you show them, you say, no man, that can't be. If you look alone, and I want to thank Honorable Alexis Jeffers for that. You know, over there in Coons, in St. Thomas's, CCM did the second phase in Coons, for those who don't know, because they have this thing going around that CCM continues to neglect St. Thomas's, where CCM provided homes for the people of St. Thomas's. And we will continue to provide homes for the people of St. Thomas's. Let me tell you why. Because our people have always been first for us. When we look around in St. Thomas's, we've been searching for lands. There in Barnsgott, we know that we are surrounded by prime lands. But guess what? I have been agitating with the government to do the land swap so we can get lands for the people of Barnsgott. There we intend, once the people are on board, to do another housing development for the people of Barnsgott and surrounding areas. We are here to serve the people, and that is all that matters, and that is what the CCM government continues to show. So Barnsgott, Don't let them tell you no nonsense about me advising the premier to purchase, for them to purchase the lands in Barnsgod. I know you know where I'm coming from. Barnsgod, our land, it's coming. And when it comes, our village will expand and the people of Barnsgod will continue to remain a family. We are not going to forget about the other areas in St. Thomas's. Once the land is available, Mr. Jeffers, I will hold him to it and the cabinet to it. Housing development will happen in St. Thomas's. I want to mention another project that was done in St. Thomas's. The Yes to Success program. Minister Evelyn delivered on this project. Over 150 persons have been trained in carpentry, plumbing, tiling, heavy equipment operation, pottery, and electricity. Well, I want to add to this skills training. I intend to pursue for the construction of a St. Thomas Parish art studio. This will be done to develop skills for young people and people in St. Thomas to develop a skill. It is my goal for the studio to maintain itself. So the idea is we will do sessions there where our young people, and forgive me for always saying young people, but it's for everybody. Everybody, young, old, in between, it is for everybody. Where you come, you create your marvelous designs. And instead of leaving with it in your pocket or in your hand, we are going to sell them and allow that to maintain the art studio. So we are teaching you a skill while at the same time we're earning resources to continue to develop people. Photography, architecture, sculpture, painting, music, filmmaking, all of that, including dance, will be done in that studio. And I'm looking forward to it, St. Thomas's. These are things that we need to take advantage of. It opens opportunities for us because you don't know who's going to come there and see what the people of St. Thomas's have done and say, you know what? I want to take this internationally. It is to provide opportunities for young people. Infrastructural development. Well, when I look around Craddock Road, this road coming up here, when I was driving up, I said to myself, Honorable Spencer Brand kept his word to the people and he delivered for Craddock Road. But not only Craddock Road, you know, because if you drive through town, you want to know if Honorable Brand spent all of the government money in town. You know, Mr. Brantley said he has to keep an eye on them, you know, because they would finish all the money in their constituency. But I want to tell them something. You have to leave resources too for St. Thomas's, because when I'm sitting in cabinet, I am going to say, Mr. Jeffers, not today. This project is coming to St. Thomas's. Besides Craddock Road, in St. Thomas's, New Cut Road was done. The road from Cotton Ground to Cliff Dwellers. There's a road at the back there in Jessops that was done by this administration as well. We will continue to deliver more roads for the people of St. Thomas's. Westbury, Cotton Ground, Clifton Estate, and others I've said it before, and I will say it again. Your road is coming. It is also my goal to construct and rehabilitate the secondary roads throughout St. Thomas's. Craddock Road, just below Mango Tree Bar, there's a road going across there where my adopted, listen, I'm loving Craddock Road, you know. I have adopted mothers in Craddock Road. I love you too. But yes, we will be doing the road just below Mango Tree Bar. There's a road going up where, close to where Marva Powell lives. There's some secondary roads in the lower part where Mr. Barrett, P.S. Barrett lives. All those roads and others will be done. These roads will also see new and improved drainage. Because here in Craddock Road, while canvassing and discussing issues with the people, they've brought up drainage issue. So we are going to rectify that issue and bring proper drainage to the people of Craddock Road and also in other areas in St. Thomas's. I want to talk about the upgrades to the sporting facilities that this government has done to the Cotton Ground and Jessup Court. We will maintain our sporting facilities. And in addition, it is my goal to have a pavilion there in Cotton Ground. It is my goal to have seating, changing rooms and bathrooms, both in Cotton Ground, Jessup, all the sporting facilities. But you know, I want to talk about that Cotton Ground wall. It was a safety hazard to our people. And I can't remember which one said it, if it was Alexis or Eric. But anyways, I called all of them. I did. I called them and I said, listen, my biggest fear is that that wall will fall on somebody and hurt someone. I need it fixed immediately. Now I hear them say, we come over there and we only do half a wall. But I want to ask a question. Why should we break down the other side of the wall when it is good? Why? Well, the wall was fixed through my agitation to this government. And it's not finished. But it will be in terms of painting it, because we will paint it. And we will fence the rest of the Cotton Ground playfield. That is the goal. Now in Barnscott, our basketball court, and I said it before and I will say it again. Our basketball court that the opposition took up to put down the community center. They took it up, but let me tell you something. It was more than a court for us. Take it from me who live in Barnscott. The court in Barnscott was a life for us. That's where all our families used to be. And they came and they took up the basketball court to put down the community center. Well, Barnscott, we will get back our basketball court. We will. Other initiatives that this government. Listen, I am so happy to be a part of this great party. I don't think anybody understands. When I go home and I sleep and I close my eye, I said, thank God I am a part of a party that shows good leadership. I am a part of a party with honest candidates. I am a part of a party whose goal is to continue to fight for the people of Nevis. some of them sleep at night, you know? I keep wondering how they sleep at night, knowing time after time, from top to bottom, all they do is tell lies. But you know, my grandmother always told me, you know, man would be man. But what man don't understand is that when God says something is for you, there is no man on earth who could take it away from you. St. Thomas says, I, Latoya Bianca Jones, is here to serve you. And no man is going to stop me from doing so. When I go to Penny's is in St. Thomas's, and I see the Malcolm Gishard Recreational Park. Man, it warms my heart. Such beauty. Such beauty. You know the concept? That, yeah, they criticize the Malcolm Gishard Recreational Park. But guess what? They're using it. It's not everything that one needs to criticize because you're on the opposition side. Sometimes it is good to give credit where it is due. Give credit to the CCM party who continues to deliver for the people of Nevis. 35,104 visitors to that park. It has created employment for our people. And you know, the park was opened on the 19th of December, 2021, during COVID. And even when I think about the period during COVID, you have to tip your hat to good leadership. And I commend my party leader for leading us along with our colleagues through COVID-19. We were all paid. You know, we take a lot of things for granted, you know. In Nevis, public servants were paid in full and on time. In other countries that were not so, people were laid off. We cannot take these things for granted. But you know, I believe that the recognition, and I believe that people should applaud when good things are happening. And St. Thomas says, and the people of Nevis, good things are happening in Nevis. And as they try to make it seem like the people in Nevis are we're suffering. People in Nevis, we are living a good life. Yes, we will have struggles, but guess what? This government has come forward and said, we will help all those in need. And it reminds me of me. Because when I go to St. Thomas's, and I've said time after time, I don't pick and choose which house to knock on. I knock on all, including the NAPI supporters. And when I go, I ask them, what are your issues and concerns? I will try to help you. I don't look at color. I don't say, well, this young lady votes for another party, so I'm not going to help her. You know why? Because we all live here. And we all should benefit from what is happening here. St. Thomas says, I have shown you time and time again who I am. And I won't allow anybody to define me. Only me could define me. And I say to you, these personal attacks will not stop me from representing you. So I ask everyone in St. Thomas's, for this election, let us choose a representative who has shown you that they will work on your behalf.
We speaking with we CCM party.
not a representative who cannot do anything for you. And I keep saying I'm not trying to be all disrespectful and negative, but it is the reality. Because when you look around Nevis, Honorable Spencer Brand is the only brand in town, and he will win constituency number 1. You know, sometimes I tell the premier he could just go home and sit down, you know. Because there is no way in number 2 that he will be beaten. We're sticking with Premier Brantley in number 2.
CCM party, to fight for Green City.
Don't even get me started on Honorable Eric Evelyn. Listen, people stick to him like glue. Honorable Eric Evelyn is loved. And I know the people in Gingerland, our constituency, 3 will send a strong message and say, well, where you going? Where you going? You need to come back to St. Thomas's. Come back to St. Thomas's. Well, I know you're over there working too. And it's okay. Because I will take down the 2 of you and anybody else who come. Honorable Eric Evelyn will be successful. Honorable Jeffers. Listen, let me tell you about Honorable Jeffers. He's a hard worker. He is truly a hard worker. And we've put heads many times. Eh? We have, because you see, I was a part of the federal campaign in 2020 and 2022. And sometimes I'm saying to him, Mr. Jeffers, I need you today. And he would say, Taya, can it be today? I said, no, it is today. But guess what? He shows up. We have to do this today. And he's always been supportive. But you know what I remember from these elections? I remember when they were saying, oh, it is impossible for CCM to win.
What?
They were saying it was impossible for CCM to win. Am I lying? Am I lying? No. They said it was impossible, but we came and we conquered and we won in 2020. Came back in 2022. You know what they said? They said, Alexis, Honorable Jeffers, Latoya can't help you. That's what they said.
What?
But in 2022, we were victorious. And I said this to say too, that it is not impossible for me to win Davis 5. Nothing is impossible. So to the good people of Nevis 5, I reach out to you and I ask for your support. Allow me to represent you. I have proven to you that I am serious about representing you. And I will not stop until we are victorious in Nevis 5. Because I know what it is I can do for the people. Nevis 5 belongs to all of us. And that is why this great party on election on the 12th, we will take all 5 seats. Because, you see, the opposition is not ready yet, you know. Time after time, they do the same thing. And you know what they do? Just make noise. They just make noise. They curse people. They create confusion. That is not leadership that the people deserve. The people in Nevis deserve leadership that will create opportunities. Leadership that is honest. Leadership that is consistent. And leadership Nevis 5, I ask for your support. New registrants, those who did not vote last time, I'm encouraging you to come out and give me your support on election day. I am asking all CCM supporters, do not stay at home. Come out and support your CCM candidates on election day. CCM will return to government in Nevis. And this time, Nevis 5 is going to be right there. I will continue to be on the campaign trail. And I have lots of energy, Lots and lots of energy. I know I missed a few public meetings and I apologize, but I was under the weather. But guess what? LBJ is here, and LBJ is here to stay. I think
He's gonna hammer them. There's only one choice. We vote for CCM.
I think that is my quota for tonight, because we still have my other two colleagues to come, Honorable Spencer Brand and Honorable Mark Brantley. But you will hear from me again at the other public meetings. And I will continue to share my plans with you, because as I said, I am not going to go low with them. And I am not going to talk about their personal life, because their personal life will not create jobs for you. Their personal life will not put food on your table. Their personal life will not give scholarship opportunities to our young. But my plans that I have will definitely be to the development of the people of St. Thomas's. It's good to be sweaty sometimes. And this is a good cause. It's okay. But St. Thomas's, thank you for coming out in your numbers. Craddock, thank you for coming out in your numbers. You will see and hear from me again. And continue to increase the momentum. All 5 for we. All 5 for CCM. Thank you and good night.